Hey guys, welcome to JayWalk Media. This is Matt Miller, and watch how JD Vance wrecks CNN's Dana Bash for repeating Tim Walz's personal insult towards him. He puts her in her place for this disrespectful comment. Check it out right here.
There's no evidence that Kamala Harris threw him overboard, but I want to move on to something that Governor Walz has called you and Donald Trump, and that is weird.
Sure.
And it is taken off. The New York Times reports that when Donald Trump was asked about it, he said, "Not me, they're talking about JD."
Well, certainly they've levied that charge against me more than anybody else, but I think that it drives home how they're trying to distract from their own policy failures. I mean, look, this is fundamentally schoolyard bully stuff. They can accuse me of whatever they want to accuse me of. As Harry S. Truman once said, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And I'm doing this because I think that me being vice president will help improve people's lives. So I accept their attacks, but I think that it is a little bit of projection, Dana. If you think about just take a couple of days ago. Tim Walz gives this big speech. He's been announced as the VP nominee. And I remember when I had just been announced as the VP nominee, I gave my big speech and I saw my wife and I gave her a big hug and a kiss because I love my wife and I think that's what a normal person does. Tim Walz gave his wife a nice, firm Midwestern handshake and then tried to sort of awkwardly correct for it. So I think that what it is two people, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, who aren't comfortable in their own skin because they aren't comfortable with their policy positions for the American people. And so they're name calling instead of actually telling the American people how they're going to make their lives better. I think that's weird, Dana, but look, they can call me whatever they want to.
You're saying Tim Walz doesn't have affection for his wife? I don't even understand that.
I said that he acted weird, which he did, on a national stage in front of his wife and in front of millions of Americans who presumably were watching at home. And I think that it's projection, Dana. Look, I think this election should be about who's going to solve the inflation crisis, who's going to make groceries and housing more affordable, who's going to secure that southern border. Kamala Harris's record is that she supported all of the policies that made that problem worse, Dana. We're trying to say we're going to take the country in a different direction. I really think that it's important to point this out, Dana. Their entire campaign has not been about, here's our policy for how we're going to make your life better, or here's what's wrong with Donald Trump and JD Vance's policies. We're going to name call and hope that you don't notice that we don't have an agenda. That is the entire Democrat approach to this election.
They have done both. They have both policies, and they are trying to define you as well.
If you go to Kamala Harris's campaign page right now, they still don't have a policy.
Well, let's talk about policy
positions about what they're going to do. I think that's really insulting to Americans.
So I dare you to go check out Kamala Harris's interview with Dana Bash and tell me that she wasn't giving her every single softball in the book, going easy on her, and then go and watch this JD Vance interview again and look at how she's trying to kill him on every single question. She's just throwing the kitchen sink at him. But JD Vance doesn't even flinch. He stands there like a stone wall, and he's ready for it. I mean, that's why Donald Trump picked the right guy for the job. He did a great job picking JD Vance. And, of course, what he says here about Tim Walz is 100% true. He's projecting. Tim Walz is the weirdest man in politics right now. The guy tried to make his state into a sanctuary state for transgender youth to go get gender-affirming care without their parents' consent. Look it up. I'll leave a link in the description to this. This is one of the most disturbing and definitely weird things that I've ever seen a Democrat do.
Hey guys, I want to give a quick shout out to our amazing sponsor, Bonner Private Wines Partnership. Do you guys like drinking wine with dinner, but get tired of the overly sugary, mass-produced stuff that you find at the grocery store? Well, let me tell you about something different. Wines from extreme altitudes not only taste better, but are actually better for you. These wines come from up to 9,000 feet in the Andes Mountains of Argentina and are packed with polyphenols and antioxidants, compounds that are known to be good for your heart health and your overall health. What does that mean for you? Wines that are rich in flavor and pure without being full of chemicals and dyes that you'd find in generic wines. Imagine tasting smoky, bold tasting wine in a bottle that is crafted in one of the most remote places in the world. The Bonner Private Wines Partnership makes it easy to get these rare wines. Right now you can save $25 on your first order and get complimentary shipping. Just visit bonnerprivatewines.com/JayWalk to get started. This is a healthier, tastier wine experience you won't want to miss out on. Now let's get back to the video.
They're trying to get kids to run away from home or to go without their parents' permission to get permanent life-altering procedures and hormones and drugs and all this stuff. It's weird, is one way to say it, and it's totally accurate to say that is weird as hell. But another way to say it is it's child abuse. It's immoral. It's evil, I think, to try to tear families apart like that and to take away jurisdiction and authority from parents to be able to have control of their own kids. What a weirdo, honestly. So he's projecting, right? He's the weirdo, and he's trying to call J.D. Vance, who is one of the most normal people I've ever seen. He's just like a normal dude. He wants to bring back common sense into this country. He supports law and order. He supports controlling the border. He wants to get the economy back on track. Where are the radical, crazy ideas that you could even remotely or try to call weird on the right or in the Trump movement? They're anti-war. There's nothing weird about the Trump-Vance campaign. I don't even know where they get this stuff. I cannot wait for J.D. Vance to debate Tim Walz so he can look him in the face and tell him what kind of a weirdo he is, among other things, too. I mean, these two need to square off, and America needs to see it. I think that this is going to be a very vicious debate, a very heated debate, because these guys, clearly, they don't like each other. They're coming from totally different worldviews. I think J.D. Vance is going to have a lot of ammunition with Tim Walz's very murky past and his career, and to use to take him down. And other than these projecting half-baked charges like this, like, oh, you're a weirdo, you and Trump are weird, I don't know what Tim Walz is going to be able to use to take J.D. Vance down. I guess we'll see if they have some kind of coherent strategy. But I think it's going to be a very watchable debate. I think it's going to be a very important debate to pick apart and for America to digest and really see who these candidates are and what these two campaigns stand for. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you get notified when we post new content. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.